Hi, my name is John Lassiter. I'm a fine artist and founder of the Views community of painters. It's a way for you as an artist to have community online, and that's something that's really missing, especially right now. And on social media, you tend to get really just positive feedback, but not constructive feedback. And so that's what this group is really all about. There's a lot of critique. I even do demonstrations, there's interviews, and just a lot of good discussion happening in a private group on Facebook. And then we also have a members page, web page that you can go to that has a video library. And so that's essentially what's going on, but getting great feedback from everyone. Many of them have been with us about 6 months now, and it's a place you're gonna feel really welcome and you can really enjoy, I think. So paintingviews.com is how you hear more about that. So let me give you now 7 great career-changing quotes for painters. Number 1, painting is a great mystery. No one has ever learned quite how to paint. No one has ever learned quite how to see. That's by the great Robert Henri, who wrote the book, The Art Spirit. What this says to me is that there's still frontier as a painter. This may be difficult to see when you're overwhelmed by the amount of just beautiful artwork that's been produced over the millennia. But soon you are going to find your own way to join into that mystery and show us your own unique way to see. Ayn Rand said it so well. It is my eyes which see, and the sight of my eyes grants beauty to the earth. It is my ears which hear, and the hearing of my ears gives its song to the world. Quote number 2. Art is not about what you already know, but it's about what we should try to get to know. And I heard that from a Wolf Kahn video. Very good quote, I feel, because it says you don't have to be a prolific painter to make a work of art. Art lovers recognize and appreciate, get this, the humility of inquisitiveness at any stage. Yes, even if you're a beginning painter, there's a humanness to that attitude. Disconnect tends to happen when artists have a dogmatic quality to their work. Number 3, I know now that most people are so closely concerned with themselves that they are not aware of their own individuality. I can see myself, and it has helped me to say what I want to say in paint. And that's by Georgia O'Keeffe. This tells me that it's not selfish to want to understand yourself. If you aren't aligned with other painters and artists, do so, very important. And ask for insight into who they think you are. This really helps you to see yourself. Connect with the things that truly draw out your expressive side. Don't seek originality for originality's sake. As Robert Henri wrote, don't worry about your originality. You could not get rid of it even if you wanted to. Number 4, too much reality in a picture is always a disappointment to the imaginative soul. We love suggestion and not hard facts. That's by John Carlson. One of the lessons of our history is the cultural shifts of appreciation between order and disorder. Too much order generally drives these shifts, and I think we understand that as artists. Painters affect culture by how they activate the imagination of their culture. So you have this power. Number 5, it is better to imitate the antique than the modern work. That was said by Da Vinci. This is, very old, obviously, old wisdom, but it's really fresh. When only modern art is considered for inspiration, painters can get caught up in a cultural vacuum. And by modern art, I don't mean, art of the last 100 years. I mean, it is important to look at that too. I just mean only looking at living painters and then just copying living painters. That tends to be a problem. So art history is one of 3 vital teachers. Number 6, a continuation of the Da Vinci quote, but if he will study from natural objects, he will bear good fruit. This is also valuable old wisdom. Nature is the second vital teacher to a painter. Leonard Cohen summarized this from the principles of Wabi Sabi in his book Wabi Sabi for Artists and Poets. I believe that's what the title is. He said, truth comes from the observation of nature. Greatness exists in the inconspicuous and overlooked details. Beauty can be coaxed out of ugliness. Number 7, a picture is an artificial work, something apart from nature, which requires as much wiliness as the perpetration of a crime. That's by Edgar Degas. This is the third teacher to consider, your imagination. Obviously, a painting is nothing more than your funny attempt to make an imaginary world on a two-dimensional surface. Your intuitions are what make your art. This is why Degas also said, it is very good to copy what one sees. It is much better to draw what you can't see anymore, but in your memory. It is a transformation in which imagination and memory work together. So I hope that was helpful. Those are 7 great quotes that can change your career if you apply them and think about them and even write on them. Writing is a really great way to foment all of this and cause more and more growth. And I want to invite you to paintingviews.com. You can use community. Community is so important to growing as an artist, and I really think that you would enjoy our community. I know I do. All right, thank you so much.